There we are. I fixed it. Yes, I have. Sorry, my microphone was disabled. But here we are. We have another Populous at the beginning cast. This is not associated with the tournament. In fact, this is actually for me to get some practice in prior to a tournament starting. We have the map Pressure Point, and it is an all-shaman game. In the blue base is the blue tribe. We have Spinnifix, his ally, fellow German. Red base, red tribe, it is Meph. Their opponents in the yellow base, but green colour. It is a Nightfury, or Delax, I'm going to be calling him for short. And last but not least, you know him, you love him, it's the greatest to ever play Populous. Yellow tribe in the green base, it is Nici. So, Pressure Point, all shaman ranked game here. Highest of the high, skillest of the skill. Version of the game is 1.01. We'll see what happens. Looks like Spinnifix is wasting no time building forward towers, harvesting the trees on the front line. Has Brave being a little bit of a nuisance there. But Nici's paying attention. He does send forward an additional Brave to help him win the combat. Towers are finished for Nici, as is the Fire Warrior training hut. Fire Warriors already out and on their way. Perfect timing. Spinnifix doing largely the same. Meph building on a tear. Look at this building speed out of Meph. Huts coming down. Very quickly being worked on. Braves being distributed evenly. Trees even being harvested. That is speed right there. We got Delax building a little bit slower, but already got a warrior training hut up. And has even produced a warrior out of it. So, Meph stands proud on the high ground. He has an earthquake ready. With 3.5 minutes into this game, Ghost Army goes down, gets Fire Warrior out of the tower. The second Fire Warrior is interrupted. Another Fire Warrior taken out as well. 2 Fire Warriors killed in the early game is important. That Ghost Army is still alive as well. Little bit of hate speech out of Delax. Might be a very short game. Delax is known to complain. Got an earthquake out of Spinnifix, probably on the front line. Yeah, perfect. Dealing damage to all of those towers there, killing a couple of Fire Warriors as well. Spinnifix has a very earthquake-heavy style. He likes to get his mana up, spam as many earthquakes as possible. Meanwhile, Meph is playing patiently. They're actually getting a land bridge. Could be looking for an early side door. Delax still being salty, as is often his behavior. Good building coming out of Spinnifix here, building out the back of the blue base now. Towers are established, the towers are filled. Meanwhile, Delax is actually struggling to get his towers filled up, but he gets a great blast onto Meph there. We saw it in the world view. Meph goes down, but Meph's got a good arsenal of spells, and he wouldn't have given that much mana over to Delax either. Delax is coming forward now. A little bit of a lag spike there for a second. Ghost Army's being utilized to empty out those towers. Delax throwing down the blast as he takes another tower shot. Ghost Army being rallied onto the next tower, but Meph is smart. He gets the Fire Warrior out of there. That Ghost Army is doing nothing. The Fire Warrior is still alive. Meph is alive and kicking. He's on his way back to the front line. He's got a warrior training hut. He's even trained some warriors. Just needs to finish out the back of his base. Not much left to do for Meph. Not much left to do for Spinnifix either. Another earthquake on the front line for our fan favorite Spinnifix. Known for his spammy style. As you can see, he's just absolutely decimating the high ground, trying to reduce it down, flexing his superior mana growth. Ghost armies working away on the green shaman there, pushing her all around. Tornado coming out of Nici. We'll have a little look, probably on one of the towers. But Delax goes down to Meph in the shaman duel. Yes, the tornado was on one of the towers. Ghost army from Nici following up. We should expect double earthquake from Nici. But Nici isn't one to waste his mana. The defense on the side here looks a little weak. Nici's cancelling the flying with the blast trick, timed perfectly. And he's spell walking around the side. That's one earthquake. Nici only throws down the one earthquake. It is good though, however. But as Delax gives the warning, Meph is on the side. He needs to get that fire warrior before that fire warrior shoots. There is the earthquake from Meph. We saw him charging that land bridge early. We assumed the side door was coming. There it is. Annoying earthquake. Here comes Spinnifix. The spam on the front means most of these towers are empty. Ghost Army is also causing a little bit of chaos. There is one tower though, and it is being quite annoying. Spin throws down the earthquake on the front line. Meanwhile, Meph is engaging with Nici in a blast duel. Neither Shaman finds those first few blasts, but the blast trick from Nici was very good. Meanwhile, Meph is trying to get the kill, but he blasts on the Fire Warriors. Doesn't want to get killed by them, and he is going to go down here. Gets one more blast off onto Nici, and Nici goes down. That's huge, because Spinnifix is still alive at the front. He's actually just killed a Brave in a fistfight. Meanwhile, what is Delax doing? It looks like Delax has gotten in deep into Meph's base. The Warriors have emptied out the towers. But just one earthquake, you need to do way more damage than that. Delax goes down without doing anything else. 2 huts down, 1 earthquake. But Nici is looking hurt. Now you have to remember, Nici is our GOAT for a reason. It's going to take a lot more than a couple of earthquakes to take out our Nici. But Spinnifix is alive. He's there. He's throwing out the blast. He's got another earthquake. He bought himself the time. There is the... Nope, Spinnifix is still alive. There he goes. He goes down, but he gets the good earthquake damage. Nici's base is looking absolutely shattered. Meph's got a reasonably built-out base. Neither player has built out the side yet, opting to use that wood for upgrading instead. We'll have a little look at the upgrades. There's a large hut here, a couple of medium huts. Upgrades pretty slow. Yeah, looks like upgrades pretty slow across the board for most of our players, although Spinnifix has quite a few medium huts. Poor Nici, though. He's going to be sending wood all the way to the back. His Fire Warrior hut got damaged in that attack. No, it got destroyed. That's huge. Nici's currently without a defense. He's only got a couple of Fire Warriors to his name. I make it 4. And the Warriors are pouring forth. Look at this aggressive troop positioning from Spinnifix. Very nice to see. Meanwhile, Delax claims the middle ground. He is trying to empty out these towers. He's having a little bit of difficulty with it. He missed the blast on the Fire Warrior. There's another blast. Trying to get into Meph's base, it looks like it. But there's one blue Fire Warrior being a bit of a menace behind it. Meanwhile, it looks like Meph's doing the RBLB. There it is. We've got an earthquake from Spinnifix onto Nici's defense. Seems a bit superfluous when Nici can barely train the Fire Warriors at the moment, but I trust Spinnifix. He's a better player than me. He knows what he's doing. Warriors taking out the side strip could be very important here. Nici is going to need a land bridge to fix his path. This is absolutely awful. It's not great at all. But Delax's base is unscathed. It's not finished still. Oh, here we go. We've got a swarm out from Delax. trying to push on in, using a couple of warriors to distract the towers. Great way of dealing with towers are warriors. They only take 100 damage from a tower instead of 500. Earthquake from Nici on the front line. Dealing a good amount of damage. Weakening up Blue's defense. Meanwhile, we've got a big push from Delax here. He's changed targets again. It's the importance of controlling mid, because you can go down either side at any point. Blast coming out from Meph, following up with the Ghost Army. He's trying to get that Shaman kill, but he can't quite get it. The Ghost Army is being annoying, being very disruptive to the Shaman's movements. Looks like Meph is going to trade by the looks of it. Fire Warriors have been clicked onto Delax. Shaman's not seeing stars anymore. She's feeling a little bit strong. Good amount of warriors out of Nici. He's got to keep those alive, though, because his population is not going to be as high as the other players. So it's all about how he uses his troops, not how many he has. Tornadoes from Spinnifix are going to clear out that front line. It looks like Nici did die as well in the water, but it looks like Delax senses that as an opportunity. With most of Spinnifix's towers on this side empty, warriors getting swarmed, but Spin's going into Nici's base. Delax is actually backing out. He's sending in more warriors, I think. Meph is challenging Delax for the high ground. Earthquake spam onto Meph's Shaman. Could get lucky kill here onto the Shaman. There it is. There's the lava. And Meph plays that phenomenally well to get out of there alive. Well done to Meph. Spinnifix, however, spamming his way to victory, making a bigger and bigger hole in Nici's base. It's getting harder and harder to defend, and this is why Spin's style, as annoying as it is, it's very effective, because we have Delax going down there. This ground has been damaged and is damaged for a very long time. You cannot build towers on damaged ground. So not only does it make a hole and lower that high ground, but it's preventing Nici replenishing his defense easily because of good lava spread. Here we go, deep attack from Meph here. Delax did die. We didn't see how Delax died. It might have been by water. We'll see. Meph will be paying attention to that, though. He'll know how much time is left. Here he comes. He's got the double earthquake. We should be seeing it very soon. He wants to get it in deep. Puts a tornado in the core. I love to see it. That's smart play, but unfortunately he goes down to the Fire Warriors, and the tornado does not get the Shaman kill. I love the thinking out of Meph there. Very clever. Putting a tornado in the core does just pick up the Shaman as soon as she respawns, but dying to those Fire Warriors was unfortunate. And he did not get the double earthquake down. Delax has a good amount of warriors in the middle ground. He's moving his Shaman there as well. Could be looking to double Spinnifix as Spinnifix sneaks to the side of Nici's base. Perfectly timed blast trick. Nici is alive though. Spin's gonna earthquake. He throws out a blast as well, just for good measure. Let's see what the earthquake does. Yeah, it's not the best. Nici cancelling the lava damage with a convert there. It looks like Meph is the target. Meph is alive, of course. Warriors from Delax finding a good amount of damage. Here comes the side door. Meph is going to challenge. He doesn't have any lightnings, however. Shaman's getting a little bit stuck. Oh, he's going for Spinnifix. Delax found a easy side door. Hopefully Meph's giving the warning. Ooh, good blast from Delax there. Bit of a weird tornado there. Shaman duel here could be very important. Delax goes down. Meph is still alive. Very well played by Meph. Phenomenal patience into that Shaman duel. Meanwhile, Spinnifix is going mid. Lots of warriors engaging in combat. Now the towers are going to be softening up Spinnifix's warriors, so Nici's should win via landslide. But look at all these Fire Warriors. They're just floating around. Spin's actually having trouble getting away from them because of the shape of the land. Spin's just going to earthquake this defense. Makes sense. There it goes. A little bit of extra damage, taking out even more Fire Warriors, but This ground is healing, and that means very soon we can expect to see Nici replenishing all that defense. So many towers here, but Meph isn't disturbed. He remembers to pull back his warriors and actually keep them alive. Good play from Meph there. Green warriors have been cleaned up. Spinnifix's earthquake spam continues to be successful. That's another 3 towers gone. Nici moves towards the middle ground. Tornadoes onto the huts to empty them. There were warriors hiding inside. Looks like Meph's going deep for the base. Looks like we're going to get a trade as Delax walks in up Meph's side. Probably will target Meph here, but he could also go for Spinnifix and try to help Nici out, alleviate the pressure. Lots of fire warriors being clicked in, but this is the damage. Look at all these warriors that are going to be getting into Delax's base here. Want to see the 2 earthquakes from Meph. Don't want Meph to die here. 1 earthquake, 2 earthquakes, double earthquake down for Meph. Meanwhile, Delax is going on in. Earthquake 1 is good. Earthquake 2 generates no lava, but does do a lot of damage. These warriors are massacring green population, and here comes Delax's retaliatory strike. 1 earthquake onto the fire warrior training hut does take it down. 2nd earthquake onto the front line does do damage as well, but Delax is dead. Spinnifix has sent fire warriors over to help deal with the warriors and the shaman. I actually think that Meph got the better of that trade. Look at green base comparatively. And look at all these blue warriors. This is absolutely deciding who gets the better of that trade. Nici's under so much pressure, he's not in a position where he can really help. There's blue warriors all over green's base. Green's going to respawn and immediately have to deal with this. Nici has sent some warriors over to try and help fight, but there's not that many. Delax is lucky in that his troop huts are both still standing, although one of them is a little damaged. There's just warriors everywhere, hacking apart his population. Nici's sending fire warriors as well. Being a good ally is Nici. But what else would you expect? Spin's earthquake spam has created puddles. What was once land is now water. Look at all these warriors. They're still alive. They're finding population. They're massacring. They're cutting it down. Green has lost a lot of population in this attack and will not be leaving his base anytime soon. Oh, good light from the red shaman. Sees green die. This could just be GG right here. Nici needs to utilize his fire warrior. He did, but it was not enough. Got 1 more earthquake coming in. Unreal, says Delax. Never one to lose in the silence. Gonna ignore his salt. It's very common for him. We're going to be seeing earthquakes coming out from Meph very shortly here. He wants to get it in the back of the base. There's 1. There's 2. 2 very nicely placed earthquakes here. Is going to spell the end of our green tribe player. Oh, they cut the interesting way, I suppose. Green's base is an absolute mess. Spinnifix still spamming away at Nici's defense. It's not about killing Nici, it's about keeping Nici under constant pressure, making it feel unsafe for him to leave his base, because the person who's gonna die, that's your green player over here. He's got troops all over his base. He's got a shaman wreaking havoc. Still hasn't got rid of Meph's shaman yet. And in fact, Delax missed the light. Meph's still alive. Meph could use this earthquake on... I was going to say he could use it on some troop huts, but he might just go for these large huts. It might be more valuable with Delax struggling. Delax manages to die again. Not good shaman dueling out of Delax, unfortunately. Here we go. Here comes Meph. Is he just going to go double Nici, or is he looking to earthquake this? Oh, the fire warrior's in the hut. Get the shaman. Nicely played by Nici. Recognizes that Delax is kind of weak right now. Sets up his own defense on that side, so what looked like an obvious path of attack was not. And Nici gets a good kill onto the Spinnifix. And here comes the warriors. Nici loves his troops. He loves using lots of them. Fire warriors in huts, fire warriors in towers. They're doing their best to soften up these warriors. It's going to be a rough battle for Spinnifix, though. He could be seeing some damage very soon. Nice land bridge from Nici, creating a bit more of a path for him to walk down. Here we go. Let's have a little look at what's going on. The warriors are cutting in deep. Nici's not earthquaking his own warriors, which I like. You'll see many players earthquake their own troops. Double earthquake coming down for Nici, but Nici does not get hit by that lightning. I thought he did, but apparently not. Double earthquake damage is pretty decent. It's not quite enough compared to the state of Delax's base here. But Nici did his best. Nici's never one to lie down and give up. He has fought tooth and nail. There goes Green. Green is officially dead and out of the game. GG, says Nici. Quick game, methodical game, very well played for our Team 1 players, Blue and Red, Meph and Spinnifix. German-speaking team coming victorious in a game that might have been difficult for them. But, I don't think Nici will quit. He says GG, he recognises the game is over, but he'll continue to play. It's Nici. Nice blast from Nici, and also avoiding the light. Keeping himself alive as warriors run all around his base. Problem is, all those troops that were killing Green are now going to be coming in to try to kill Yellow. He didn't have the support to keep Green in the game, so he's not going to have the troops to be able to keep all these warriors out of his base. I mean, look at that backside strip. It's completely torn down, despite the fire warriors that were put in place to stop that happening. Meph missing one light. Does land a pretty decent blast, though. Nici is currently stuck in a tight spot. I don't know what Spin is lighting. Oh, what a blast from Nici. That's the blast of the game. That is. Beautiful little golf swing from Nici, sending Meph into the puddle. Shem's going to be throwing down her blast as she desperately clears up all these warriors. She's going to be able to hold her high... Oh, earthquake comes down. Oh, gets all the warriors. Gonna say that was calculated and planned, of course. In comes Spinnifix. What mana have you got? One earthquake, double earthquake, same spot. Come on, Spin. You don't need to spam anymore, my friend. Oh, okay, the damage is pretty good. Damage is pretty good. Spin is dead. High ground has been lowered. It's getting easier and easier for these warriors to just pour on in. Look at Nici go, the meaning of tenacity. This is why you never give up. Have a lot of fun. Still trading warriors, still trading fire warriors. Even as warriors continue to pour in. It's lost the warrior trading hut down on the side here. He's losing the huts at the front. Warriors are just trying to get in amongst the large huts. Nici's got the blast, though. He's keeping warriors out of his base for as long as he physically can. What a defense from Nici. But it's all for nothing. Nici won't be winning this game, especially with a nice light from Meph like that. Very nicely done. Now Meph's going to claim the high ground, moving on up in the hill. Lightning onto some fire warriors, lightning onto some more fire warriors, and here we go. We're going to get into the depths of Nici's base with a well-placed land bridge. Land bridging back up the hill that Spin had worked so hard to sink. Fire warrior training hut is an interesting position. But we should see double earthquake coming in very shortly. There it is, double earthquake. Lakai, Lakai. 1, 2. Second earthquake once again, not making lava, but it did the damage. It ruined the plan. That's probably a warrior hut that was being worked on. Lightning onto all the remaining warriors for our yellow player means the troops can now just pour into Nici's base. And it looks like Nici is now officially giving up the ghost. He is AFK. His population is currently in fisticuffs with Meph. He's going to throw down one more earthquake for good measure and start blasting some stuff. Spin sending all his pop at Nici. The great exodus of the blue base. No, he's changed his mind. And all that is left is to watch the warriors finish the work. This is the thing with Populous. Shaman does the damage, but it's the warriors that end the game. They get in amongst that pot and they massacre it. And it really was troop difference. You know, as Delax said, he went for a trade, but he lost all his pop, and it's because he didn't have the troops to follow up. You can't win with your Shaman alone in this game. Even though she plays a very important role. Spin trying to hit Meph with a light, not quite managing it. The yellow population is emptied out of the huts now. They are running around in panic. All that remains are these few Braves. Meph's going to clean them up now. GG, well played for Spinnifix and Meph as they claim a pretty straightforward victory. I don't think there's much else to say than that. GG, well played. We'll see you in the next one. Oh, a little bit of shenanigans there. So we wait for Nici to be slaughtered. Nici's not quite gone for a swim yet. There it is, there's the lightning. Seeing what Spin wanted to do to end the game. GG, well played.